So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It's been a long 2 days. I recorded the puzzles last night, then only to realize that the hotel I was in didn't have decent internet. No hot water. Stain on my sheets. The espresso maker spit out some weak diluted crap. And it was bad. Now, if you really want to see yesterday's grid solves, let me know. I'm happy to upload them later. But it was in a hotel room, and you know how awful it is when we're traveling. And I was just in Stuttgart, an overnight. I spent Tuesday visiting some of our clinics, and then last night went to dinner, and then came back to the room, and then, did the grid, picked up some local wines, and then then this morning went to go visit some more clinics, and then on my way back today. So it's just been a very long day. Here it is almost 7 p.m. and I'm just now getting to the grids, but I had to have a shower, and there's no wine today. We're going to wind down with Maker's Mark and a Coke Zero with 0 caffeine, because it was just like, hey, throw some cubes of ice in this thing. Let's get it over with. And I've been looking lately, but there have been no Johnny Walker Blacks, and I love Johnny Walker Black. Label is my favorite scotch. I'm a blended scotch guy. I don't even try to find Dimple Pinch, which is my favorite scotch. I really like the blended scotch. It's my favorite stuff. So, my dad really loves that peaty single malt stuff. Oh, and I can drink it too, believe me. But if I don't have scotch, I can always get a bottle of Maker's Mark, or at a minimum, Jim Beam here in Germany, and that's what I do. This is number 2. Just did the New York Times. So don't give me too much slack if I trip through a few words, but I'm worn out. I slept about an hour and a half. That cold shower crap is just for the birds. No internet is even worse. It's just an amazing thing that this is. I'm never staying at that hotel again. Okay, let's hop into our grid and see what we've got here today. All right, fantastic. So we have Guardian Quick Crossword number 17-89er. Okay. Let's slowly get away from this. So person who did the job before. Oh, good Lord. Perspective 5, 2, and 4. Oh, well, that's just bringing a point of view, but there's not a whole lot of checking we can do either, since not everything connects, right? So it's crazy. So where to get hold of a sword, and that the hilt, and abandoned socialists, the left. Okay. The guy that had the job before, is this a predecessor? I don't know. Can we get the downs first? Passed on information. Relayed. Does this work here? Hidden away at 7 be stashed. That works. That lines up with relayed. Delays it. Anagram bit by bit. Oh. Subsequently at 5 after. I didn't put it in. If it don't work, we take it out. What's the worst thing we do? We don't have to erase anything. We're not writing in ink here. Who knows? What are you gonna do, right? Delays it, anagram bit by bit. Fire starter. To begin with, this is first. We've got after and first. I don't know. This could be really clever work by the setter. Always is clever work by the setter. I just wish I had a name. I just want to know the name. Is it Ludwig? Love that show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, BBC One. It's just good stuff. Mm-hmm. Parts of society at 5, 2, and 4. And perspective at 5, 2, and 4. So who knows? Fire starter. Oh, God. End a call. I'm trying to go England, UK. Oh, what does my friend Bernie say? She doesn't say she needs to fall off, drop off. She says, she's from Ireland too. So, I mean, I don't, but she knows all of the idioms. She knows all of the argos. She speaks very much the British vernacular, if you will. Restless. Okay, I'm going to have to start just guessing and putting my best guesses in here. We got these things that could be any number of places, and I don't know what we're looking for. Ambiance 4. Maybe I'm thinking vibe. Could be an aura. Decent. What do you think? Presentable or respectable? Both of them work pretty well. Restless. End a call. I think this is going to be off either way. Does this help me with this? Yes, it does. Walks of life. Got it. Okay. Of life. Let's see if this lines up with the rest of what we're doing here. Blank space could be a void. Oh, okay. I'm thinking this is going to be a bowl. Let's just watch it be an IBLE or something. I don't know. Maybe y'all spell it different. I have no idea. I just don't know. Can't remember this at all. Bit by bit. Actually, with that L there, this looks like it could be steadily. Fire starter. Oh, kindling. We use that in, ring off. Ring off. Got to ring off now. I got to ring off. Got to ring off now. Toodles. Toodle pip. Restless. I have no idea what restless is. Let's see. If. Oh, 8 letters. God, that mean that could be. This could be assuming. Pier. Is it a wharf? Could be a wharf. Guess it could be a jetty, but not really. This, yeah, okay. I said this earlier. I think this can be a I haven't spelled predecessor in a long time. I don't know. So decent then becomes respectable, maybe. I guess that's a better definition than presentable. I don't know. Do I look decent? You know, I mean, how many times have you been asked that? I mean, maybe not. Maybe that's an American thing to say. Maybe that's a Yank thing to spit out. But, you know, how do I look? Do I look decent? Meaning, am I presentable? Would you be embarrassed to be seen with me tonight, right? I mean, that's kind of where I'm going with that. And craftiness. Oh, at 5 letters, I'm going to go with wiles. Is this helping in anything else here? If. Yeah, I think it might be assuming. That's the only thing I can think of with 8 letters, you know, so it's not like this could be fidgety. You know, I mean, I always rely so heavily on the crosses and the downs, right? On those intersections, they're so important to me, right? You know, and I don't, when we don't have the same thing that I have in the New York Times. Yeah, you know, it can be like, what's going on? So I guess we have a jetty here. Here's my problem with that. I'm really I love the ocean. I love piers, wharfs, moors, jetties. Love all of that stuff. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. I love yacht racing. I love formula racing. I love horse racing. I was just talking about this in the New York Times. Man, I love all of that stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, a pier is for like, you build that for people to fish off of or to build stuff like they call it boardwalk or whatever, right? You know, you go out, you got, little vendors, bodegas, and so on and so forth. That's when I think of a pier. I think of places where people drop a fishing line, trying to catch dinner, or I think of, carnival rides and stuff like that, or just whatever, little arcade stuff, and chocolate covered bananas, whatever. And a jetty, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, as a linguist and originally an English major, a jetty is something that you build. You can still dock at it. You can moor your ship. You can berth there. This could be berth, actually, couldn't it? But a jetty is something that you build to keep, oceans from eroding shorelines or something, or for water levels, sea levels rising, and so on and so forth. I don't know. I'm thinking too much of it. Concern for others could definitely be altruism. And I am definitely guilty of that. I am very much an egalitarian. I just care for everybody. I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. Okay, so I'm coming down to the moment of truth. But the thing is, I don't feel comfortable at all because jetty could be a berth and it would fit in there perfectly. And I don't feel comfortable with that, and I'm not sure that I spelled predecessor correctly, and I don't know, maybe it's just been a long day and I'm tired, so let's just have ourselves another little round of our Maker's Mark and Coke Zero. Let's check all. I'm going to do it 3 times in a row because what I do. Okay. If you see that there is a square that's blank, and therefore I am wrong, please feel free to break my heart and let me know. Otherwise, I think I got a W today. This grid felt like it was meant for me, but it was extremely challenging in these little things that words. When's the last time you spelled predecessor? When's the last time? I don't even know the last time I spelled out fidgety was, right? So yeah, I don't even know the last time I actually read that word. Maybe it's been more or less replaced with antsy or, nervous or something, right? A very well done job of setting this grid. So fabulous job to the constructor, to the setter, I think we say in British vernacular. And I'm going to cherish this moment because I'm sure it's not going to be a three-peat. I've been lucky so far to get a two-peat. And it is what it is. So, well done to the setter. Cheers, sir. Ma'am. Ma'am, sir. Madam. Don't know. Have no idea who they are. If anybody knows, let me know. I'd like to point them out. Let's bring down our Bennier de adieu and all that. And until we see you again tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, toodle pip. Be good to the guy behind you in line. Pay it forward, right? Cheers. We'll see you on the morrow. Be well. No planned trips coming in the future, so I'll be right here tomorrow. Unless I get hit by a bus. Cheers.
Salut.